Calling this Fairmont City Council regular meeting, July 9th, 2019, to order. Would the clerk please call the roll of the members?
Mayor Merrifield,
Here.
Councilmember Rice,
Here.
Councilor Yan,
Here.
Councilor Kennedy,
Here.
Councilmember Bledsoe,
Here.
Councilor Grubb,
Here.
Councilmember Mason,
Here.
Councilmember Manella,
Here.
Councilmember Blood.
Here.
Thank you. If you'd all rise for the opening ceremonies, and for a change, we'll have Dee Meehan presenting the invocation and the pledge by Councilmember Grubb.
Thank you, Brad. It's been a while. May we pray. Gracious Lord, thank you, Lord, for the flags have been flying and the patriotism exhibited, the fireworks exploding over the weekend. We give you thanks that in our city we are so grateful for patriotism and faith being exhibited, for the installation of our new county superintendent, Randy Farley, for the Council of Churches and other churches working together to improve people's homes here in the city over the past 2 weeks, for new business openings, the Appalachian Life Regional Counseling Center, and for the Women's Network coming together, for celebrations in the past weeks to support projects the City Council funds, such as Main Street programs, the Humane Society, the Marion County Police Reserves, and Saturday night. We give you thanks for the United Way Day of Caring and Sharing of 186 volunteers and 9 agencies that serve the city of Fairmont and employ members of our City Council staff. We give you thanks for the fire department answering calls of fires at the Three Ways Inn, and for the police department being good neighbors at Three Rivers festivals and the summer Palatine programs. Sometimes we overlook, O Lord, the joys and thanks of what is being done. Lord, instill in us the depths of the Good Samaritan, that no street and no person is beyond our reach, our care, and our concerns. So today, O Lord, bless the blessings, challenge the challenges, and grant us grace through the City Council for the grace that we all need to do your work and will in Fairmont. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dee Dee, and thank you, Dora. I trust you've all had a chance to look at your minutes provided on your tablets. If there are no corrections or addition to the minutes, I'll take a motion to approve the minutes as written.
So moved.
A second? Anyone?
Second.
All in favor of accepting the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes are accepted as written. Okay. This is no public hearings. Okay. Announcements. Mr. Rice, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. I have no announcements.
Mayor, you're back.
That's an announcement. I am back.
Frank?
Just wanted to mention I attended the, Dora doesn't like to say it's her retirement, but I attended that, and I'm going to pass this along. She had a Dora K. Grubb Day announced for her. So for you that may not have been able to attend, I want to mention that I think Fairmont's pretty lucky that we have so many people that are willing to donate their time to these nonprofit groups, their time and their efforts for it. And I think they do a very good job. And in that same vein, under the past, city manager, Councilman Manella had mentioned that we do an appreciation for the people that serve on our commissions. And I'm hopeful that we might be able to continue that.
Agreed. Thank you. David?
I wanted to give a big hearty thank you to the State Department of Highways for patching the potholes in the connector. They are doing it right. And we had the opportunity of going to our nation's capital this past week for 4 or 5 days. And what an incredible, majestic city. Thousands of people there. You didn't hear English a lot, and I like that. Thousands of kids, and the fireworks display was absolutely mind-boggling. It really was. Yay, yay for America.
Thank you. Councilman Manella.
Well, we had a wonderful fireworks display here Thursday night, so I witnessed that. It went on and on, so
You did.
it was great. That's all I have.
Thank you. Dora?
Well, I just want to thank the people that are from the council and the public that came. I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to thank Mr. Yan. And I would like to even thank my buddy here on the left, even though he came on Sunday when the rest of us showed up on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, it was the thought that counts.
And it stood a chance. I found a letter within my family of David Morgan, and I guess most of the people know about it. But it was a letter that was written during the Revolutionary War. And it was when he was pleading for help that he and his troops were eating frozen roots and covering their feet with mud and rags to try to keep us from freezing. And I think it's a very, very important letter for us to be aware of, because this was a true Revolutionary War letter. And it's $50 Cricket Sport area.
Thank you, Doris. Bill?
I have nothing to
Nothing
announce.
to add to that? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had a couple. There was a beautiful article in the paper today about Dora. If you get a chance, read it, because she really is a gem. Thank you for all your service, Dora. Awesome. And then I have an announcement, actually, from the United Way Emerging Leaders. They need our help collecting donations for Energy Express program at West Fairmont Middle School. We just received the call to action informing of this yesterday. The program needs toilet paper, feminine hygiene products, toothpaste, toothbrushes, soap, shampoo, deodorant, and all school supplies for first grade through 6th. Donations can be dropped off at the West Fairmont Middle School from 7:30 to 2:30, or the Mansion Professional Building from 9 to 5, and the Marion County Library from 9 to 5. So if anybody can donate to the Energy Express kids, that'd be great.
Thank you.
I just found out today, and I'll admit right up front I don't have a lot of details, but another business in Fairmont is being told they have to shut down. Fat Boy Barbecue, who typically sits up at the AutoZone parking lot and has absolutely amazing food, been in business for at least a few years that I know of, has been told they have to shut down. I get the impression that a lot of this may be due to health department issues. I don't know the details. I've put in a call to them to call me back so I can find out. But here we go again, another case of some regulatory agency being anti-business and making it hard for business in Fairmont. And even if it's not city, I'm going to be following up to find out why. You know, my goodness, farmers and vendors have been sitting up for years, decades literally, on the streets, in parking lots, in yards, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. So I'm going to be finding out why, and I don't know that I can do anything about it, but I'll see if somebody else can.
Thank you. The McPark event at Palatine was definitely something special. I hope you all noticed the flags all down there proudly displayed, donated by our Rotary Club, 25 in number, I think, along the fence going down that way. And I think in addition to what County Commission and McPark does, it's just a very special place. And we need more of those type of things. City Manager's report. No citizen petition. Don't have any tonight.
Okay, Mr.
Mr. Mayor. I just want to say, just on a personal note, I am officially moved in to our home in Fairmont, so I'm very happy about that. And I don't have much more to report this evening, except I have a special presentation from staff for council and the audience and citizens. We have Hannah Turner here and Alex Petrie. We're going to talk about city logo, a little bit different look, and also a new economic development website to help us in our actions there for economic development. So I'm not sure who's going first. If it's Hannah, are you working on the logo first, or okay?
Ladies first.
You ready? Yes.
We like to say ladies first. Middle of everywhere. I like it.
Okay, so this is our new logo. Some of you may remember the CBD thing logo last year. And the big part of that was middle of everywhere. And I really liked that because I felt like it really encompassed Fairmont, not only geographically, but also with, Fairmont history with Middletown, Virginia, and it just really worked well for Fairmont. So we have the main version of the logo with that tagline on there, and then we also have it without. And then this one is just one color so that we can get that printed on promotional items and things like that. This logo will not replace the seal. This is just supplemental to everything that we're doing, website-wise, just marketing, advertising, anything like that. So this was, with the permission of the CBD, we used the logo. And it looks similar to their logo, but it is not exactly the same. And our hope is that we can create some kind of unity between these organizations, with the city, the CBD, maybe hopefully that can expand to the county or Main Street or the chamber, so that we all kind of flow together nicely, but we still have our individual logos that are encompassing of what we teach. So, and then this is the current proposed design for our website redesign. This is from Civic Plus. They had a website design for the last 5 years. They specialize in municipal websites. This redesign came at the perfect time for having a new logo so that it could be incorporated into the website. Everything can match the color scheme and everything. We're really excited to have such a new look. And I also want to point out, now this is the first municipality in this area to have such a advanced website with Civic. We had Civic Plus websites first, and now Morgantown Plus first, and Bridgeport all of these websites first. So theirs look a lot newer and fresher than our current one does, but now we're going to have this redesign. It's part of our contract with them. This is something that we're doing every 4 years with them. These images that you see are conceptual. They can be changed out. This is just kind of the general layout. It's kind of hard to tell on here, but with each picture on the homepage, there's that little green button on the right-hand side, and it is, where is this photo? So this will allow us to showcase different areas in the city. We'll be able to put Fairmont State on there during homecoming. Where is this photo? And then you can put Fairmont State, put information about homecoming. And then if you scroll down, there are all of those buttons. Those are some of the buttons that we have on our current website. It'll take you to the Agenda Center, where we have all our city council agendas, our board and commission agendas, and then job postings, our forms and applications, which that takes you to a separate website that we have with Seamless Jobs. But it's very similar to what we have now, a lot of the same components. It's just doing it and keeping us more modern with the times and changing out the pictures. There's new things going on in Fairmont. It's time that we have some new stuff that's been 5 years. The pictures that we have now are great, but this will be easier to change out. We can put a focus on different areas. And then Alex will click on the other one. And then this is what an interior page look like. So when you click from the menu bar on the city manager's office, this is what that page will look like. That big header photo up there is currently a Fairmont state, but we can change that out to the connector or anything that we want to connect. So it's going to be very image heavy. We also have produced several videos for the city, and on the homepage we will have a bigger focus on the videos that we've done, hopefully to do more this time.
Very good.
Does anybody have any questions?
So are you planning to change those photos out specific, I mean, every month or every?
Yeah, you can change them out as much as you want to. It's a lot easier with this new design to change out than it is with our current design. Alex and the planning department had a really great intern this time last year, and she got some amazing photos all over the city. So we currently have a really good database of her photos, but it's really easy for us to go out and get some more high quality photos.
And there are some people that take some good photos that you might reach out to, they'd be glad to.
Yeah, we are
share
happy to
with you.
take photos from local
Right.
photographers if they would release them to us for use on our website, and happy to take them.
I'm new to council, but we've got Palatine Park, which is just a jewel, and the river, and I'm assuming this venue is replacing river scenes that denote recreation.
We have a bunch of pictures of Palatine Park.
Yeah.
The photos that they chose for this was just to show us the initial design. Just
Yeah.
more the
Example,
layout.
yeah.
Let's focus on the pictures, but focusing on where the picture placement is and the ability to change this much easier.
So you go to this website, you can just click up any picture you want.
Yeah, you would be able, on the homepage, it'll have a scrolling
Is it
photos.
available now?
It's not available now. This website will launch in September.
Okay.
Our current website will stay put until we're ready to launch this, and it will be a seamless transition to this one.
I mean, if we're advertising for people to move here, they're going to want leisure.
Yeah, well, I think that you'll really like what Alex has to show you.
Good enough? Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, I just want to bring up a point because you know how I feel. That Fairmont was established in 1820. It was designed in 1820. That's when Adams Street and it was designed strictly for becoming the county seat. And that was done in 1820. And this was the active part of Fairmont. And yes, you incorporated, but you brought other areas into it. And I really think it should say that we were established in 1820, not 1899.
Well, our current city seal says that we were chartered in 1899, so that's what we went off of, because that's when the city of Fairmont was established. And that's what we
Sure.
currently have on our city seal. That's part of our seal.
Yeah.
Well, we're celebrating 200 years
Yes.
next year. So it would seem to me to be counterintuitive to say 1899 when it was established in 1820.
It was actually established in Middletown, Virginia, is my understanding.
It was established.
Right, right. That's
So-
true.
That is
I
true,
would-
but
Right.
based on our city of Fairmont history, our seal and everything that we have with
I have to agree, I have to agree with Councilwoman Grubb that it's kind of a conflict to be celebrating 200 years and on our logo we have 1899. You know, it just seems like something ought to be
We could possibly
resolved.
say charter.
And maybe some history.
Chartered,
You can certainly change this to
chartered in 1899.
I'd feel better
Would that be better?
I'd have it better chartered in 1899.
Yeah, okay. Let's look at that. Okay.
I particularly like the slope, the middle of everywhere,
I like
because
that as well.
it's,
Nice.
you know, that's the one thing we had that you can't buy, is that for people that may want to move here, and let's say the wife works at the FBI and the husband works at Morgantown, they can live here because it's 20 miles either way. If they go to either one of those other places, somebody's going 42 and 40 back. So in life, I mean, it's really a big deal,
Yes.
our geographical advantage.
And I also think that is, I think everyone's experienced when you travel somewhere outside of Fairmont, far away, and you end up running into somebody that knows where Fairmont is.
Yeah,
And
good
it's
point
just,
too.
it's not just our geographic location, it's like a state of mind, our experiences,
Yeah,
and it
it's
goes
true.
far beyond our geographic location.
Especially Myrtle Beach right now. Okay, thank you.
Any other comments or suggestions?
Okay, well then I will.
Mr. Petrie?
Okay, so to build upon our new promotions that he is incorporating, over the past 8 or 9 months or so, the planning department has been working on a website that's going to act as an extension to our actual website. It's not going to be its own entity as part of the City of Fremont website, but it's an extension that is focused solely on economic development. And as our main website is more service-based, this website will be used more as a selling point for developers, potential business owners, people who really just don't know anything about Fairmont and are scrambling all over the place to find the information that they need. So this site's going to have a lot of information. It's going to be linked from the current website. If you go to departments, you go to planning, you click economic development on the left, and it will take you here. My plan was to kind of click through all the pages on this site and kind of show off what we had, but the internet here is kind of slow. If we were to click another tab, it would take a while, but I can tell you that this will be launching by the end of the month, hopefully next week, hopefully next Monday that we're shooting for, with a few glitches to work out, but I'm going to just kind of point at some of our pages and talk a little bit about what this site is going to offer. So first we have the About Us. It has a page, if you click About Us, it's going to have a page called City Profile, which is going to have all of our demographics. It's going to talk about, all the colleges in town. It's going to have some fun facts. It's going to talk about all the things people who came from Fairmont. There's going to be a quality of life page. It's really going to showcase all the amenities that we have in town, such as our climate, what we have to offer in terms of recreation, recreation, entertainment. We have a tab that's going to talk about our comprehensive plan. I'm sure you all know about. We have a tab that's going to talk about our community partners, our local news, and it's going to showcase all of the videos that we have worked on. Here's our business climate page. It's going to have 3 sub-pages. The first page talks about the business history in Fairmont, dating all the way back to the first business established in Fairmont. Have a tab that's going to talk about it's going to highlight all the national business, it's going to highlight all the small business. Now these last 2 pages are my favorite. This is support. If you click here, how to start a business, it's going to take you to kind of an infographic, but it serves as a how to start a business guide. So I feel like if you're not from here, you're trying to start a business, there's so many hoops you have to jump through, so many different people you have to call, so many different websites you have to go to. So the goal of this is just to centralize everything. It's going to take you from the first step to the last step. First step, location. You need a location. You need to find out if it's zoned properly. The next step, you need to work on getting your city license. It's going to take you through all those steps. It's going to have all the appropriate links. And it's really going to help filter you through the entire process. And here's a page for incentives that highlights all of our financial incentives. Now this page will be sites and buildings. We have a tab here for zoning. It's going to tell you everything you know about our zoning. It's going to display all of our maps. Eventually down the road, we'll have a physical GIS map with aerial footage instead of just colors on a white sheet. Now right here, this is going to be my favorite page on the entire site. It's going to be our property search feature. So late last December, we acquired Esri Technology. Esri is pretty much the top dog when it comes to GIS. If you don't know what GIS is, it's Geographic Information Systems. And what Esri does is partner with municipalities to help better speed up and make municipal functions easier. So what we've done here is we've talked to most of the realtors in town. We've also talked to the local MLS service. And we have an application that's built that shows all the commercial properties in town. So like I said, if you're a business owner who wants to, you want to move your business, you want to come to Fairmont, you click here, it's got an interactive little widget, and you can look at all the available commercial property. It'll tell you all the statistics, everything you need to know, square footage, who owns the property, what it's zoned. We also have pictures on there. And yeah, that's kind of encapsulates what we've got going on here. Economic development, I'll just go down. This is our main page. Let's close. Pictures. Yeah.
You're gonna fix that, right? That education.
Yes, that is a glitch system that we fixed.
Education.
Got two questions for you. When I left the house this morning, there was a Tesla parked in front of my car, okay? I had never seen one, okay? Judd told me there's a waiting list to buy one of those things, okay? And this guy got out and he said, is there any properties for sale on this street? Of course, you know. Well, it sold yesterday and I didn't know it. But we are flooded with people coming down here to buy properties. And I mean, they want anything that's on a lot, okay? It doesn't matter how distressed or condemned it is. They want to gut it out and redo it. So there's a scramble for this property right now. I mean, the last time we had this was about 10 years ago. They came in from Columbus, they came in from Pittsburgh. I don't know where they're coming from. This guy had Virginia plates on his car. But they're here, and they're here to buy. But you said about setting up a business? Are you tied in with Mac Warner and the Secretary of State's office? I mean, done in a day. So you're telling me all of that, including Fairmont, can be done in a day? Or two?
I'm not necessarily saying you can start your business in a day, but
Right.
you can get all that information
Right.
in a matter of...
Okay. No, this is big. This is really big. Thank you. Thank you for doing your homework.
On the site, on the part where you help people navigate, oh, there's the end down below there. Just noticed that. On the part where it helps you people navigate through our system, I couldn't see, but do you also have the person's name and phone number out from the task so that if they need to talk to you about something, that they've got your phone number to make it even easier, or do they have to go look for you?
There's a contact page right here, and you can submit any inquiries and go straight to the phone.
Okay, so it's as easy as it's going to get then. Okay.
Do you have any place on there, because you know where I'm at, that marks what the historic districts are in Fairmont?
We don't, but that's something we'd like to do. in the
Well,
future.
I mean, yeah, because that can be linked with grants and other things for people to know that they have the grants that are available for that.
We actually had a contracted company last summer to build a GIS application that highlights all the historic districts and it has all those SHPO forms attached.
Uh-huh.
And we can put that right up there with that site. This is going to be a site that progressively builds.
Right, but I would just
Full-
like
full control
to, I
over
just
it.
think that's one thing that has been ignored in this town, and it is important to a certain segment. If they're coming for vacation and things like that, a lot of people visit historic districts. And not-
That's something we can add.
I think it's a beautiful start, Alex. It's a work in progress and it's a living product. So it's going to change, it'll be enhanced, and there are things that look really good on it. Thank you for doing what you did.
You guys have any advice, any
Well,
you'd like to see up there, let me know, and we can work on it.
We talked a little bit about having the county properties listed as well as the cities. Any progress on that?
So we have that list.
Okay.
It's just a matter of taking the visual, which is something that we can do.
So the city and the county properties, city-owned, county-owned properties will be listed to let people know they're available for development.
Yes, we can, once what we talked about a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
we're gonna prioritize the sites on that list, the ones that we think will be viable for development, because there's a lot of properties on that list that we're not really trying to,
Promote.
they're undevelopable, they're just pieces that we don't consider, but, yeah, once we prioritize those properties, we can get on there.
Great. That's great. That's
Good work.
super.
Very
That's
good.
super.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much. Thank you, Alan.
Okay, moving on to consideration of council business. First is for the introduction, first reading, and to set a public hearing for an ordinance. Is there a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Would the clerk please read the ordinance by synopsis?
An ordinance providing for an amendment to the City of Fairmont's 2019-2020 annual budget general fund. This ordinance provides for a general fund budget revision for the 2019-2020 annual budget. This revision will be the first revision for this current fiscal year.
All in favor of setting the public hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. The public hearing is set for July 23rd. Thank you. Agenda item number 2 is for the introduction, first reading, and to set a public hearing for an ordinance. Is there a motion and a second?
Move.
Second.
Would the clerk please read the ordinance by synopsis?
An ordinance authorizing and approving the design, acquisition, construction, and equipping of a new fire station to be constructed on real property located in the vicinity of 828 Vermont Avenue in the City of Fairmont, and to be known as the East Side Fire Station by the City of Fairmont on behalf of the Fairmont Building Commission. The leasing of such real property and all project improvements and appurtenances thereto by the City of Fairmont from the Fairmont Building Commission. The sale and issuance by the Fairmont Building Commission of its not to exceed $3 million principal amount of lease revenue bonds in one or more series, prescribing the forms and authorizing the execution and delivery of an agreement and lease and other instruments, and authorizing and approving other documents and matters relating to the terms and security of such bonds, and providing other matters in connection therewith. This proposed ordinance authorizes 1, the design, acquisition, construction, and equipping of a new fire station to be constructed on real property located in the vicinity of 828 Vermont Avenue in the City of Fairmont. 2, the leasing of such real property and all project improvements and appurtenances thereto by the city from the Fairmont Building Commission. And 3, the issuance by a Fairmont Building Commission of the lease of revenue bonds in an amount not to exceed $3 million for the purposes of financing the project and matters relating thereto.
Thank you. Council, in case there are any questions, I know this is a little irregular, but Tom Amon, I'm sorry, is here from Steptoe and Johnson before we vote on setting the public hearing. I know it's a little out of order, but if anybody has any questions, he is here to answer those. No? Okay. All in favor of setting the public hearing, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carried, and the public hearing will be set for August 13th. Okay. Is there a motion to reappoint Marcella Yaremchuk to a 5-year term for the Fairmont Morgantown Housing Authority, term to end on June 30th, 2024?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on that? The clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Blood?
Yes.
Councilor Yan?
Yes.
Councilmember Kennedy?
Yes.
Councilor Rice?
Yes.
Councilmember Manella?
Yes.
Councilmember Mason?
Yes.
Councilmember Bledsoe?
Yes.
Councilmember Grubb?
Yes.
Mayor Merrifield?
Yes. Declare Marcella Yaremchuk reappointed. to the Fairmont Morgantown Housing Authority to a 5-year term to end June 30th, 2024 by unanimous vote.
I move we adjourn.
Is there a second?
That's,
All in favor of adjourning? Aye. Any opposed? Short and sweet.
Good job, Ally.